Cooking method 1. Chicken for fungus. Jizong mushroom is a famous wild mushroom variety in Yunnan, also known as jizong, jijiao mushroom, and fur, etc. It is known as the king of fungi. Its flesh is plump and sturdy, with a fine and white texture similar to chicken, hence its name. It contains multiple nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, iron, phosphorus, protein, carbohydrates, calories, ash, riboflavin, niacin, etc. It has up to 16 amino acid contents and high phosphorus content, which is a major characteristic of jizong. During the rainy season, it mostly grows on white ant nests in the mountains. When it was first unearthed, the fungal cap was conical, black-brown or slightly yellow in color, and the bacterial folds were white. When it was ripe, it was slightly yellow, with solitary growth, up to several tails in size, and also in patches. However, artificial cultivation has not been successfully achieved so far. There are many classifications of chicken fur fungi: yellow skin chicken fur, torch chicken fur flower, and colony fungus, water chicken fur, chicken foot mushroom, and fur, etc. Known as the king of bacterial strains, it has a refreshing and sweet taste, white flesh, and tastes sweet, crispy, and tender. Chicken fur contains various nutrients such as calcium, phosphorus, iron, and protein. Chicken fur has been artificially cultivated, with wild and artificially cultivated ones available on the market. Due to the low recognition rate of the chicken fur, people buy or pick up fake ones every year. True and fake chicken fur trees look very similar in appearance, but upon closer inspection, there are still differences. The branches of true chicken fur trees are relatively thin and long, and the fungal cap is generally iron gray, with black, white, yellow, and flower skins also present. From the perspective of texture, real furs are lighter and more resilient, while fake furs are heavier and more fragile. Method 1. Stir-fried chicken fur mushroom with green pepper. Women. Chicken fur fungus contains a variety of amino acids and polysaccharides, which can provide the necessary nutrients for the human body. Ingredients: chicken fur fungus, onion. Method 1. Gently peel off the muddy skin of the chicken fur mushroom leg with a small knife. 2. Slice chicken fur mushrooms, onions, and garlic. 3. Heat a small amount of butter in a medium hot pot. 4. Melt the butter and add garlic slices until fragrant. Remove the garlic slices. 5. Add chicken fur mushrooms, small green peppers, and onions, and stir-fry with a small amount of salt. Out of the pot. Matters needing attention. 1. Chicken fur fungus itself has a sweet taste, and to preserve its most primitive delicacy, just add a little salt. 2. The fire cannot be too strong. 3. Add an appropriate amount of green pepper according to the actual situation of children and pregnant women. 2. Steamed snowflake meat with chicken fur fungus. Snowflake meat and chicken fur fungus are both rich in protein, and cooking together can further enhance their advantages. Ingredients: snowflake pork on pig forelegs, chicken fur fungus. Method 1. Cut into 4 to 5 mm thick slices. 2. Slap the sliced meat loosely with your back to let it loose. 3. Add crushed black pepper, yellow wine, salt, and a little dark soy sauce. 4. Mix well and marinate for 30 minutes. 5. Dried chicken fur mushrooms, soaked in water in advance. 6. Wash thoroughly after soaking. 7. Use a frying pan, brush with a little oil, and spread the meat and chicken fur mushrooms in the pan. 8. Fry on one side and flip over. 9. Fry both sides and bring out the pot. 10. Put the fried meat on a plate, put the chicken fur mushrooms underneath, and put the meat on top. Garnish with celery leaves and cucumber slices. Matters needing attention. 1. Using snowflake meat from the front legs, the meat in this area is fragrant but not greasy, and is relatively tender, especially suitable for frying meat. 2. In order to cut it evenly, let it be softened and frozen for a while, so that it can be cut evenly in thickness. 3. I cooked too much and divided it into 2 fryings. I should not fry too much at one time to avoid uneven heat affecting the freshness of the meat. White onion mushroom. The cap of the white onion mushroom is flat and semi-spherical, smooth, non-sticky, light flesh-colored, and the mushroom flesh is white with a sauce aroma, which can be used as medicine. Born in broad-leaved forests such as oak and oak, as well as mixed coniferous and broad-leaved forests, solitary or clustered. Thyme mushrooms are nutritious and exported to countries such as Europe, America, and Japan. According to analysis, 100 grams of dried products contain 20.2 grams of protein, 64.2 grams of carbohydrates, 338 kilocalories of calories, 4.0 grams of ash, 23 milligrams of Ca2, 500 milligrams of P500, 50 milligrams of Fe2, and 3.68 milligrams of riboflavin. In addition, its aqueous extract has an inhibitory effect on the growth of mouse sarcoma S180, with a 100% inhibition rate on sarcoma S180 and a 90% inhibition rate on Ehrlichiocytes cancer. Cooking method. Stir-fried white onion mushrooms. Ingredients: fresh scallion mushrooms, green and red chili peppers, dried chili peppers, garlic, oil, and an appropriate amount of salt. Step 1. Rinse the white onion mushrooms thoroughly with running water, gently wash them, and then slice them into slices. 2. Wash and slice garlic and chili. 3. Stir-fry garlic in a hot oil pot, then add white onion mushrooms and stir-fry. Make sure to stir-fry for at least 10 minutes before consumption, and then add an appropriate amount of salt to taste. Boletus. Boletus is a collective term for fungi such as the Boletus family and the Matsutake Boletus family. Except for a few species that are toxic or bitter and cannot be consumed, most species are edible, mainly white, yellow, black, and red Boletus. They grow in mixed forests of pine and oak at altitudes of 900 to 2,200 meters, or near the edge of forests that have been cut down. They grow from the end of May to mid-October each year, and grow more in sunny days after rain, making them easy to harvest. The taste is delicious and nutritious. In addition to fresh dishes, most of the slices are dried and processed into various small packages, which are used to prepare soups or make soy sauce extracts. Some are also made into salted products for consumption. Cooking method. 1. Fried boletus with vegetables. Ingredients: 40 g wild boletus, dry, 10 g red pepper, 10 g green pepper, fine pepper according to personal taste, 2 garlic, salt according to personal taste. Step 1. Prepare the ingredients, soak the boletus mushrooms, and basically clean up all the dry goods properly, otherwise there will be soil. 2. Put the cooking oil into the pot, add small chili peppers and garlic, stir-fry a few times. Put more oil in. Our statement here is that more oil is not enough for bacteria, and it will not cause poisoning, although dry goods will not cause poisoning. 3. Then add the soaked boletus and start frying. We need to stir-fry for a while. Almost done, just add red and green peppers. Add salt, stir-fry a few times to make the pot come out very, very fragrant. 4. A bowl of natural mountain delicacies will come out of the pot. Is it very appetizing? 2 boletus sausage fried rice. Ingredients: 1 sausage, 1 large carrot, 1 small onion, 1 small handful of boletus, 2 cups of rice, a little salt, and a little light soy sauce. Step 1. Wash the rice thoroughly and soak it in the amount of water you usually cook. Soak the boletus in advance and let it grow for about half an hour in summer. If you want to add flavor, you can use water soaked with boletus to braise rice, provided that the boletus must be cleaned before soaking. 2. Dice carrots and sausages, drain the water from the boletus, cut into small pieces, shred the onions, heat up a little oil, and then sauté until fragrant. Keep the heat low and stir-fry the onions until soft, then push them aside. Stir-fry the sausages until slightly greasy. 3. Push the diced sausages aside, stir-fry the boletus at will, and finally stir-fry the diced carrots. Mix and stir-fry for a while, add a little salt and light soy sauce to taste. Pour the fried vegetables onto the rice without any excess oil. 4. Cook as usual and simmer for a while after cooking. Add a handful of scallions and stir-fry. If you make too much, add a little oil and stir-fry. Adding a large handful of scallions is so delicious that it's really delicious. 3 braised boletus with scallion oil. Ingredients: 500 g boletus, ginger split, scallions, green and red peppers, seasoning, lard oil, salt, water bean powder. Step 1. Gently scrape the bottom with a small knife, clean with running water. Do not treat the umbrella, retain nutrients to the maximum extent, and prepare for slicing. 2. After adding lard to the pot, add ginger and scallions. After the scallions turn yellow, add boletus to the pot, add some broth and salt. After about 2 to 3 minutes, discard the ginger and scallions and add some water and starch to taste. For steamed egg with boletus. Ingredients: 2 eggs, a moderate amount of boletus, add more if you like, and a few slices of sausage. Step 1. Soak the boletus in light salt water and knead repeatedly until the sediment is washed clean. Cut into small pieces. Slice sausages for later use. Beat the eggs and add warm water, salt, and a little soy sauce to mix well. 2. Mix the boletus with the egg mixture. Place the sausage slices on the surface of the egg mixture. 3. Put on a steamer and let the water boil for 10 minutes. 5. Butter black beef liver mushroom pasta. Ingredients: a handful of black beef liver mushrooms, 60 g of pasta, 1/4 onion, 1 small piece of butter, 5 g, 1/4 tsp of olive oil, 1 clove of garlic, black pepper, a small handful of celery, light cream, cheese. Step 1. Wash the dried black beef liver fungus and soak it in warm water for about half an hour. After soaking, keep the water and do not throw it away. Chop the onions, minced garlic and celery leaves. 2. Boil a pot of water, add salt and olive oil, bring to a boil, add pasta, and cook until soft according to the instructions on the pasta packaging bag. Boil until soft, remove and drain into a plate. At the same time, start the pan, heat the frying pan with medium-low heat to melt the butter, add onion, garlic, celery, salt and black pepper to taste, fry the onion until soft, add black boletus to stir fry, add the remaining water of foamed black boletus, and harvest the juice over high heat. Leave some juice to mix with the noodles. 3. Stir in the light cream and grated cheese while it is hot. Add salt and black pepper as appropriate. Sprinkle the remaining celery. 6. Fried boletus with dragon beans. Ingredients: dragon beans, lily, boletus, purple cabbage, red sweet pepper, carrot. Step 1. Tear off the tendons on both sides of the dragon beans, wash them clean, and cut them into diagonal blades for later use. Lily uses a knife to cut off the 2 ends of the entire fresh lily, both for neatness, and to remove the black roots on both ends. Peel off 1 petal of fresh lilies and wash for later use. 2. Wash the purple cabbage thoroughly, cut it into pieces and set aside for use. Wash the scallop liver fungus and cut it into thick slices with an oblique knife. Drain the water, marinate in a basin with refined salt and mushroom extract for 20 minutes, then starch with dry starch and set aside. Rinse carrots and cut flower blades. Set aside. 3. Wash the red pepper thoroughly, cut into diamond-shaped slices and set aside. Place the pot on heat, pour in refined oil, and cook until 30% hot. Remove the oil from the boletus, dragon beans, and purple cabbage, drain the oil in a colander, remove from the pot, add water to the pot, and when the water boils, add the boletus, dragon beans, purple cabbage, and lily, and pour out in about 10 seconds. 4. Heat up a wok and add olive oil. Add red bell peppers, ginger slices, and carrot slices and stir fry until fragrant. Then add dragon beans, purple cabbage, lilies, and boletus slices and stir fry until well combined. Add a little water, season with salt and mushroom extract, mix well, add a little thin sauce, remove from the pot and serve on a plate. 7. Black beef liver mushroom tofu. Ingredients: 1 piece of tofu, 6 to 8 slices of black beef liver fungus, 1 tablespoon of bean paste, appropriate amount of Chinese prickly ash, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of fermented soybean, appropriate amount of sugar, salt, garlic, 1 small bowl of water starch, a little bit of Chinese prickly ash, and 1 small handful of scallions. Step 1. Cut tofu into small cubes, soak in warm water for 2 minutes, then remove and strain water for later use. Soak black beef liver mushrooms in warm water for 15 minutes, then cut into fine pieces. Heat with a little cooking oil in the pot, add the beef liver mushrooms, and stir-fry until the water is almost drained. 2. Add bean curd and stir-fry evenly. Then add chili powder, Chinese prickly ash, garlic, and fermented soybeans. Add water soaked with bolitas, and bring to a boil over high heat. Slide tofu cubes into the pot, add a little salt and sugar to taste, and simmer over medium heat. 3. During the stewing period, gently shake the pot to make the soup even. Do not use a spatula to stir it. After about 3 minutes of stewing, add water starch in 3 times. Gently rotate the pot to mix the soup and water starch evenly. When the soup is thick, turn off the heat. Remove from the pot and sprinkle with scallions and pepper powder. 8. Stir-fried fresh bolitas. Ingredients: 250 g bolitas, 1 green and red pepper each, 5 cloves of garlic, 3 shallots, appropriate amount of olive oil, light soy sauce, and a little salt. Step 1. Remove the soil and weeds on the bacteria by hand, and then gently scrape off the surface with a ceramic knife to cut off the roots with sediment. It is best not to use metal props, as they will accelerate oxidation and discoloration, affecting nutrition and taste. 2. Rinse the bolitas thoroughly with running water and slice it into slices. Remove the seeds from the green and red peppers and cut them into thin strips. Cut the scallions into inch sections and slice the garlic. Remember not to soak bolitas, as it can damage the taste. 3. After preheating the wok over high heat, pour in olive oil, slightly more than usual. Be sure to heat the wok and cool the oil, otherwise it will damage the nutrition of the olive oil. Add garlic slices and stir-fry until fragrant. Add shredded green and red peppers and stir-fry. Then add bolitas and stir-fry well. Set to medium heat and simmer for 3 minutes with the lid on. Remove the lid halfway and stir-fry once. 4. Bolitas will absorb some water during the cleaning process, and water will come out during the braising and frying process, so there is no need to add more water. Add scallions and stir-fry, add a small amount of salt and light soy sauce to season, then remove from the pot. Matsutake mushroom. Matsutake, also known as matsutake mushroom, large flower mushroom, peeled mushroom, etc., has a hemispherical cap at the beginning, and then unfolds into an umbrella shape. The surface is dry, grayish-brown or light black-brown, and the fungal folds are white. In autumn, it grows in forests of Pinus coriensis, larch, and Pinus tabuliformis. It enjoys high reputation in Japan and Europe, and is considered a treasure among edible mushrooms, known as the king of mushrooms. In ancient Japan, matsutake was one of the treasures that ordinary people paid tribute to nobles and emperors, with the saying, herring seeds from the sea, matsutake from land. In the Nashi ethnic area of Lijiang, Yunnan, matsutake is also one of the precious dishes at wedding banquets. Matsutake is a precious natural medicinal mushroom with a unique and rich aroma, which can be used not only for medicine, but also for consumption or brewing wine. In Yunnan, it is mainly distributed in Lijiang, Shangri-La, Daqing, Piching, Lanping, Dali, Weishan, Jianchuan, Dangshuan, Yuyuan, Chuxiong, Yuanmo, Lufeng, Yaoan, Luchuan, Wuding, Songming, Xujing, Kunming, Yongsheng, Tingcheng, etc. Matsutake is in the shape of an umbrella, and when it is young, it appears as a bony flower. As it grows, the velvet will spread out and form an umbrella. The cap of the mushroom is brown, the stem is white, and there is fuzz on the body. It feels soft to the touch, but in fact, it is a type of scale. The wild fungus that grows similarly to matsutake is the old man head fungus. Method to clean matsutake. To rinse with direct drinking water, rinse off the soil on top. Do not wash until it is white and clean, as the fragrant substances of fungi will disappear. 1. Fry matsutake in oil. Slice the matsutake with a ceramic knife and fry it until it is slightly golden. Sprinkle 2 grains of salt. It doesn't need too much. It mainly eats the fresh smell of fungi. When fried, eat it hot or the butter will solidify and become very greasy. 2. Chicken soup with matsutake. Wash the chicken and cut off any excess fat, including the fat on the chicken butt and neck, but do not completely remove the skin. We still need some chicken oil to make the mushrooms smooth and stimulate the freshness of the matsutake. Put 2 slices of ginger, chicken, and 1.5 L mountain spring water into a cold pot made of cast iron. Cover and bring to a boil over high heat, then turn to low heat and simmer. It doesn't take too long, about an hour. The chicken is tender and smooth, and the soup is rich enough. In order to maintain the taste of the matsutake and better absorb the soup, tear the matsutake open by hand and tear it into strips. The small matsutake can only be cut. Turn off the heat and open the lid of the chicken soup. Put in the strips of matsutake, cover and simmer. Because it is a cast iron pot, the maturity of the matsutake is just right when all the guests are seated before opening the lid. As soon as the lid is opened, the rich aroma fills the nose, and the advantages of matsutake cooking soon become apparent. 3. Fried abalone with matsutake. Thaw and wash the abalone, cut it into large pieces. It won't shrink, age, and harden easily when frying, and slice the matsutake. Heat the pot with butter, and first fry the garlic over low heat until fragrant. Then add the matsutake and abalone together and stir fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. The 2 ingredients are almost cooked. At this time, season with salt and black pepper, or add a little sugar and soy sauce to add some Japanese flavor. For fried matsutake in butter. Main materials. Matsutake several. Accessories. Butter and salt. Steps for frying matsutake in butter. 1. Clean the tricholoma matsutake. Gently scrape off impurities on the surface of the mushroom body with a small knife, and gently wipe off impurities on the head of the tricholoma matsutake with a clean cloth. Water washing is not recommended. 2. Slice the matsutake and cut it too thin, about 4 millimeters. 3. Melt butter in a frying pan over low heat. 4. Add matsutake and fry until golden brown on both sides. 5. Sprinkle a little salt or crushed black pepper when coming out of the pot. Tips. It is best to use a frying pan and fry butter over low heat. After cooking, sprinkle salt on top. 5. Stewed chicken soup with matsutake. Step. First, prepare matsutake, chicken, ginger, cooking wine, and salt. First, the chicken is directly processed, washed, and cut into sections. The ginger is directly sliced, and the matsutake is washed and cleaned before use. Then add water to the pot and bring the chicken to a boil before removing it. Finally, prepare a stew pot and bring the chicken cubes, ginger, and cooking wine into the pot. Add water and bring to a boil over high heat, then simmer over low heat for half an hour. Bring the matsutake out of the pot and continue simmering for half an hour, then add salt. Gamba mushroom. Gamba fungus, also known as pine fungus, grows under mason pine trees from July to September every year. This type of fungus has no cap or fold, and is clustered like a cow's tooth. It is newly unearthed and appears yellow-brown, but when ripe, it appears black-brown. The meat is hard, dry, and contains nutrients such as calcium, protein, and thiamine. It has a rich aroma similar to pickled beef jerky. It looks unattractive, black with a layer of white, but the taste is incredibly delicious. It is a top grade among wild edible mushrooms, and the taste of stir-fried green peppers or eggs with dried mushrooms is indescribable. Artificial breeding has not yet been achieved. Gamba mushroom has a high degree of recognition in appearance, resembling a fan or lotus shape, with a dry and leathery texture. It is mainly distributed in Kunming, Yushi, Suzhou, Chuxiong, Simeo, Lijiang, Baoshan, Dali, and other places in Yunnan. Gamba mushroom can bend in taste, has a strong aroma, a sweet and tender chewing taste, and in terms of nutritional value, it contains amino acids that cannot be synthesized by the human body, such as crude protein, crude fat, sugar, etc. It has high practical value. The artificial cultivation of gamba mushrooms cannot be completed yet, and the ones available on the market are all edible wild gamba mushrooms. Cooking method. 1. Fried dried mushroom with ham. Material: dry bacillus 150 g, Xuanwei ham 50 g, 100 g pork filling. Moderate amount of green and red peppers. If you can accept the spiciness, adding millet spiciness is more satisfying. 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Moderate amount of salt. Moderate amount of edible oil. Step 1. Dry bacteria that can only grow in nature. 2. Cut off the soil at the root, pick up loose and impurities, tear them into small pieces and wash them off. 3. Dried mushrooms, green and red peppers, Schwanwei ham, flavor enhancement and fragrance enhancement, pork filling, animal fat soaked mushroom, garlic. 4. Stir-fry the ham with cooking oil until fragrant, add pork filling to stir-fry until oil is released, and then add garlic, green and red peppers, dried mushrooms, and salt to stir-fry in moderation. Serve in a pot and plate, it's delicious. 2. Fried dried mushroom with green pepper. 1. Stir-fried dried mushroom with green pepper is very delicious. Before frying, you need to prepare 200 grams of fresh dried mushroom, 1 green pepper, an appropriate amount of chili, an appropriate amount of chicken oil and lard, and a small amount of monosodium glutamate and chicken essence. 2. Tear the dried mushrooms into small pieces, add a small amount of flour, wash with clean water, and then stir-fry the water in a pot. Remove and set aside. Wash the green peppers and cut them into small pieces. Cut the peppers into small pieces and set them aside. 3. Heat the frying pan and add chicken oil and lard. After heating, stir-fry the dried mushrooms. When the mushrooms are about to ripen, add chili and green peppers. Stir well, season with salt, and then serve on a plate. Mushroom. The greenhead fungus mainly grows in the grass in the forest and blooms from June to September every year. At the beginning of excavation, it was somewhat spherical, but gradually unfolded into a flat circular shape. The mushroom cap has a sturdy texture, and is a mixture of turquoise and white. The mushroom flesh is white and tender, with a fragrant aroma. It contains various nutrients such as protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, sulfur, and amine. Bluehead fungus contains nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and vitamin B2. It is suitable for general consumption, especially for patients with eye diseases, liver fire, depression, and dementia. Chinto fungus is one of the common fungi in Yunnan. Its cap is like a ball, green and accompanied with cracks. It is usually grown in pine or coniferous forest, broad-leaved forest or mixed forest land. It can be picked up in the mountains after rain. And there is also a saying that if one is found, another will be found within 1 meter. Green mushroom is also known as green mushroom, mung bean mushroom, and green mushroom. Method 1. Braised greenhead mushroom in brown sauce. Ingredients: 600 grams of green fungus. Accessories: 100 g pork tenderloin, 10 g starch, broad bean, 15 g egg white, 50 g persimmon pepper. Seasoning: 10 g sesame oil, 50 g soy sauce, 5 g salt, 3 g monosodium glutamate, 20 g garlic white, 2 g pepper, 40 g lard refined. Step 1. Root and wash the green fungus, and cut it into rolling knife pieces. 2. Wash the lantern chili, remove the handle and seeds, and cut into pieces. 3. Cut garlic and pork tenderloin into thin slices. 4. Pour the fillet, egg white, salt, and wet starch into a bowl, mix well, and coat with starch. 5. Set the frying pan to medium heat, pour in lard, until it is 40% hot, then add the tenderloin and green mushrooms in order to smooth through, and pour in a colander to drain the oil. 6. Return the frying pan to medium heat, add lard, add chili peppers and garlic slices, stir-fry until fragrant, add mushrooms, tenderloin, salt, monosodium glutamate, pepper powder, and sweet and salty soy sauce, simmer for 2 minutes, thicken with wet starch, and drizzle with sesame oil to serve. 2 stir-fried scallops with green pepper. Firstly, use a small knife to remove the mud from the root of the fungus, and then use a small brush to clean it one by one. Cut the chili peppers into strips and slice the green fungus. Add the mixed oil. The mushrooms are very oil-absorbing and need to be poured with more oil. Heat the oil, add the mushrooms, add chili peppers, salt, and take out the pot. A bowl of delicious mushrooms will be cooked. Tiger palm fungus. Tiger palm fungus grows in the deep grass of high mountain cliffs, and only a few places in Chuxiong-yi Autonomous Prefecture and Lijiang region in Yunnan grow. This type of fungus has no lid or handle, and is covered with a thin layer of fuzz on the mycelium, which is yellow-brown and has obvious black patterns, similar to tiger claws, hence its name. The bacterial body is thick and plump, with delicate meat, rich in extracellular polysaccharides, not easy to break, and rich in nutrients. According to analysis, its dried product contains 17 amino acids, including 7 essential amino acids that account for 41.46% of the total, as well as 11 minerals and trace elements. It has a mild and sweet nature, and has the effects of chasing the wind, dispersing cold, relaxing tendons, and promoting blood circulation. It is also used in folk as an aphrodisiac, and has the effect of reducing cholesterol in the blood. Method: fried tiger palm mushroom with green pepper. Step 1. Prepare the ingredients, clean the green and red peppers, cut them into sections, and peel garlic for later use. 2. Prepare fresh tiger palm mushrooms and cut off the roots. Rinse the surface with running water to remove any floating soil. 3. After flushing the floating soil, use a toothbrush to brush off the sand and soil that cannot be rinsed off, and then drain the water for later use. 4. Cut the tiger palm mushrooms and stir-fry them in a pot for a while. Stir-fry the water without adding any oil, then remove them. 5. Then put rapeseed oil in a hot pot, then add ingredients, and then add lard. When frying mushrooms, make sure to add lard to make it fragrant. 6. Pour in the dried tiger palm mushrooms and continue to stir-fry. 7. Stir-fry until cooked, add an appropriate amount of salt, and season with MSG to remove from the pot. Morel. Morchella esculenta is produced in the Ganzi region, Dali region, Lijiang region, and Diqing Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. Its flesh is tender, the taste is sweet, delicious, and nutritious, and its surface is a black-green mesh-shaped oval shape, slightly resembling Morchella esculenta, hence its name. According to measurements, Morchella esculenta contains 20% crude protein, 26% crude fat, 38.1% carbohydrates, and various amino acids, especially glutamic acid, which is as high as 1.76%. Therefore, some people believe it is a very good source of protein, and have the nickname of halo in the element. In addition, it has been determined that Morchella esculenta contains at least 8 vitamins, including vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B12, niacin, pantothenic acid, pyranol, biotin, folic acid, etc. Morchella esculenta, also known as Morchella esculenta, is a world-renowned rare fungus for both food and medicine. It has unique fragrance, rich nutrition, complete functions, and significant food effects. It is rich in amino acids and organogermanium compound required by human body, and has the effects of tonifying kidney, strengthening yang, brain, and refreshing. There are pits on the surface of the mushroom cap that look like a sheep's belly, and the cap is shaped like an oval egg. Morchella grows worldwide, while in China, it is distributed in Tibet, Yunnan, Sichuan, Xinjiang, Shaanxi, Hunan, Shaanxi, Gansu, Hebei, Heilongjiang, and other places. Cooking method. 1. Stewed spare ribs with Morchella mushroom. Dried morel mushrooms need to be soaked in warm water 2 or 3 times. Soak for 30 minutes before cleaning. Spare ribs need to be blanched and washed with clean water. Morchella mushrooms need to be stir-fried with rock sugar, soy sauce, and light soy sauce before stewing with pork ribs. It is best to use a casserole, boil over high heat, and simmer slowly over low heat. 2 fish soup slices with Morchella mushroom. Ingredients: 20 g dried morel mushroom, 1 tail of carp, about 1.2 kilograms, ginger slices, scallions, garlic slices, refined salt, monosodium glutamate, pepper powder, mixed oil, cooking wine. Step 1. Soak dried morel in warm water for about 30 minutes and rinse thoroughly. 2. Fresh fish is slaughtered, washed, and cut into slices. 3. Heat the oil pot until 50% hot. Add ginger slices and garlic slices to stir-fry until fragrant. Add an appropriate amount of water, cooking wine, and refined salt to bring to a boil. Add morel mushrooms for about 5 minutes, and then add fish slices. After boiling, add scallions, pepper, and monosodium glutamate to start the pot. 3. Stewed chicken with Morchella mushroom. Ingredients: morel mushroom, black chicken. Auxiliary ingredients: goji berries, red dates, bamboo shoots, high soup seasoning, salt, chicken essence, scallions, ginger slices, cooking wine. Step 1. Soak the dried morel mushrooms in warm water and wash thoroughly. Slay the black chicken and remove its internal organs, then blanch them in boiling water, remove and wash thoroughly. 2. Set the pot on fire and bring to a boil the broth and black chicken over high heat. Skim off the foam, add cooking wine, salt, chicken essence, scallions, ginger slices, morel, goji berries, red dates, and simmer over medium heat until the chicken is rotten and ready to serve. Characteristics: the taste is delicious and delicious. Hericium erinaceus. Hericium erinaceus is a precious edible fungus. It is abundant in the rainy and sunny days of August and September each year. In the humid and warm areas of deep mountains and forests, where the air is well ventilated, hairy Hericium erinaceus parasitizes on tree trunks such as birch and oak, with a white color and a light yellow or pink hue. From afar, it looks like a clever golden monkey, hence the name Hericium erinaceus. Hericium erinaceus is rich in nutrients, containing peptides and sugars, as well as various vitamins required by the human body. It has functions such as enhancing cell vitality, anti-cancer, beauty, and health. Method of crispy fried mushroom meat, stir-fried meat, stewed meat, steamed and boiled meat are rare delicacies. 1. Braised chicken with monkey head mushroom and black fungus. Raw materials: native chicken, monkey head mushroom, black fungus, chicken soup, ginger, white pepper granules, salt, rice wine, peanut oil. Step 1. Wash and chop the local chicken, add salt, sugar, soy sauce, rice wine, and peanut oil, and mix well for later use. 2. Heat the wok, add ginger and garlic until fragrant, pour in chicken soup, monkey head mushrooms, ham and white pepper, and simmer for 30 minutes on low heat. 3. Add the local chicken and fungus, and cook over medium heat for 15 minutes until the chicken is cooked. 4. Add an appropriate amount of salt to taste, and then remove from the pot. 2. Braised monkey head mushroom with yulon slices. Raw materials: magnolia slices, high soup, salt, monosodium glutamate, magnolia slices, monkey head mushrooms, ginger, scallions. Step 1. Wash the monkey head mushroom, blanch it in boiling water, and remove it with cold water. 2. Drain the water and slice into slices. Place them in a bowl with ginger and scallions. 3. Season with salt, monosodium glutamate, and high soup. Steam in a steamer until cooked, remove and place on a plate. 4. Wash the magnolia slices, cut them into thick slices, boil them thoroughly in a pot, and then remove them. 5. Put the monkey head mushroom into a plate, place the magnolia slices around the plate, and drizzle with the steamed monkey head mushroom soup. 3. Stewed monkey head mushroom with flour glue. Raw materials: huajiao, Hericium erinaceus, pig meat, huaishan, goji berries, salt. Step 1. Wash the monkey head mushrooms and soak them in water overnight. 2. Wash the flour glue and put it into a bowl. Steam in the pot for half an hour. Take it out and let it cool with ice water. Place it in the refrigerator for refrigeration. 3. Cut the gelatin and pork meat into small pieces and blanch them in a pot with ginger and scallions. 4. Put the flour glue and pig meat together with other ingredients into a stew cup, cover it well, and simmer for 3 hours under low heat. 5. Season with salt after cooking, ready to serve. For stir-fried green vegetables with monkey head mushrooms. Raw materials: Hericium erinaceus, green vegetables, garlic seeds, salt. Step 1. Wash and slice the monkey head mushroom, wash the vegetables, and pat the garlic into granules. 2. Heat up the oil in the pot, add garlic seeds and stir-fry until fragrant. Add green vegetables and stir-fry evenly. 3. Stir-fry the monkey head mushrooms, season with salt, and cover the pot with a lid. 4. Simmer for 3 to 5 minutes, then remove from the pot. Swollen stalked cataphalasma. Larantu mushroom, also known as xianrentu, Bigfoot mushroom, or chicken for daddy, has a delicate and smooth meat texture, elasticity, and delicious taste, which is comparable to abalone. Therefore, it is known as plant abalone, and is rich in plant protein, minerals, and various vitamins, especially a complete variety of amino acids. Traditional Chinese medicine believes that Leorenta mushroom has the effects of tonifying the spleen and kidney, nourishing yin and yang, regulating qi and detoxification, and strengthening bones and body. It can treat diseases that are common to middle-aged and elderly people, such as qi and blood deficiency, mental fatigue and fatigue, weak waist and knees, and dull complexion. Cooking method. 1 fried pork with old man's head mushroom. Main material. Lean meat 150 g, Leorenta mushroom 350 g. 3 strips of green pepper and ginger slices, appropriate amount. 2 garlic. Step 1. Cut green peppers into small pieces, ginger and garlic into slices. I cut ginger into 2 types, half in pieces and the other half in strips. 2. Wash the old head fungus thoroughly, cut it into thin slices, pour clean water into a pot and boil it. Pour the old head fungus into a layer of water, about 5 to 7 minutes, and then pour it into a shaker. Rinse with cold water and drain for later use. 3. Cut the meat into slices and add shredded ginger, sweet potato starch, salt, soy sauce, and cooking wine. Mix well and set aside. Heat the pot with mixed oil or clear oil, then pour the meat into the pan and stir-fry it. After the meat changes color, add ginger slices, garlic slices, and green pepper segments. Stir-fry with salt and then pour in aged mushroom. Stir-fry for 3 to 4 minutes. 4. Finally, take out the pot and load it onto the plate complete. 2 fried old man's head mushroom. Clean thoroughly and soak in salt water for 20 minutes. Cut into 3 mm thick thin slices. Add soy sauce, salt, sugar, and pepper powder, marinate for 30 minutes. Add oil and fry over medium heat until golden brown. Fry over medium heat, and soon the fragrance wafts out. Dish and sprinkle with cumin powder.